Hey guys, Mr. Farina here. So we are going to talk about order of operations. That's what textbook page 447, 48 is mostly focused on. And if you guys forgot, no worries. That's why I'm making this video to remind you guys on how to do this. So let's warm up. So first, 4 plus 2 times 3. What does that equal? Well, think. Who said 10 and who said 18? Does it really matter? Would it matter if you put your underwear or your pants on first? Well, maybe not if you're Superman, right? But in math, the order in which we solve problems is extremely important. Here's an example. Let's say you own a recording studio, right? You charge your customers a $200 flat fee for renting the studio and $75 per hour for the time that is used, right? You got that? $200 no matter what, and then $75 per hour after that. And as you know, I'm an aspiring hip hop artist and want to lay down a few fresh tracks. Yeah. All right, maybe I need some work there. Anyhow, I need the studio for 4 hours, okay? So that means I have a $200 flat fee. That will be this right here. I have 75 per hour, so 75 times 4, right? Because I want it for 4 hours. So there we go. So 200 plus 75 times 4. That's my equation. Well, 200 plus 75 equals 275. Now times 4 means $1,100, right? Wait a minute. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of Benjamins right there. Oh, but wait. I actually think I owe you only $500. So why do we disagree? Well, 200 plus 75 times 4. Let me see here. 200 here. 75 times 4, I do that first, right? And I got 300. So 200 plus 300 equals 500. That's a big difference, right? It's a big difference between 1,100 and 500. I almost got overcharged $600. Not cool. That's where Please Excuse My Dear Aunt Sally comes into play. It's a nice album cover, right? So parentheses, please. Parentheses stands for please, I'm sorry. Exponents is excuse, right? Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So my dear, what do you think my dear is going to be? Multiplication or division, right? And then notice that it's or. And it goes from left to right on this arrow because my dear, because sometimes the division's first on the left before a multiplication sign. We have to do that one first. So whichever showed up left to right. That's why we have this arrow right here. And add or subtract left to right, Aunt Sally. And that stands for PEMDAS, which is what we talked about a lot in class. PEMDAS, right? P-E-M. And notice that multiplication or division because it could be DM, right? It could be PEDMAS, but we normally say PEMDAS. And then addition or subtraction, whichever shows up first. That's between these two and these two. Because multiplication and division, they're equals, right? So whichever shows up first, we give the right away to. All right, so on that first question we asked, it said 3 plus 4 times 2. This person said 3 plus 4 equals 7 times 2 equals 14. This person said 3 plus 4 times 2. Well, I need to do 4 times 2 first, and I got 8. And 3 plus 8 equals 11. So who's right? Well, sorry, I didn't answer it. But the second person's right? We need to do multiplication first and then addition. PEMDAS. Multiplication comes before addition. Remember how to do exponents, guys. So if we have 4 to the third power, that does not mean 12. It doesn't mean 4 times 3 equals 12. It's not a fancy way of writing that. It means 4 times 4 times 4, which equals 64. Right? Exponents, these little numbers are right above our numbers, our base. And sometimes you have to follow the order of operations inside parentheses. So if I have 6 times whatever this is, 14 minus 2 times 6, I need to do multiplication here first, right? There's order of operations in here. So I do these first, 2 times 6, which I would get 12. So 14 minus 12 equals 2. What if there is no operation sign? Like 4 and then 6 minus 3. No sign means to multiply. So if there's nothing here between the parentheses and the number, that means I'm multiplying. I'm multiplying whatever number this is times whatever's in my parentheses. So I would do my parentheses first. So 6 minus 3 equals 3. Right? Now I'd have 4 times 3, which equals 12. What if the exponent is in the parentheses? Evaluate what is inside the parentheses first. Whoops. And apply to the exponent. So if you have 8 minus 3 and the exponent's on the outside, well, I'm going to do, remember PEMDAS, parentheses first. So 8 minus 3 equals 5. And then 5 squared, or 5 to the second power, equals 25. All right. What if there are parentheses inside the parentheses? So sometimes you'll get a parentheses, and this doesn't happen very often, but it's the same thing. We have to do like within my little equation here, I have parentheses. So I would do 6 plus 4 first and get 10 times 2, which would be 20, right? 20 minus 20 equals 0. So I think I'm going a little too far with this, but that is order of operations, PEMDAS, parentheses first, then exponents, then multiplication or division, then adding or subtraction. That's how we work these questions out. And actually, I just wanted to make it clear, this isn't my slide. It's actually someone I borrowed online, but it's the same lesson that we taught earlier in the year. So we got to give credit to where credit is due. This is order of operations created by someone, Jerry Karox, another teacher. So wanted to give my shout out to him to making an awesome slide here, awesome PowerPoint that I thought was really cool and well done. So, all right, guys, that's our lesson for today. It's a little review lesson because we taught this earlier in the year. If you're still confused, don't worry. I'm going to make a video working out a few of the problems from our homework. All right, Mr. Freeness signing out.